Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's finally time for my February bullet journal setup, and I have to admit, January kind of felt like forever. The month was so long, you guys. I don't know if you feel the same, but at this point I am completely ready for something new, for something fresh. And I also was very inspired to do something colorful in my bullet journal because, as you might know, my overall setup and my theme for the last month was quite minimalistic and with a lot of super muted colors and very light grays and beige and that kind of stuff. So I went all in and I think I grabbed like 20 colors or so. As you can see here, I almost use exclusively the Tombow dual brush pens for this setup. And I have to say I love these pens. They are so great and there are so many nice colors, and I will link the set that I have down below, but be warned, it's a very expensive, very big set, and that was Jimmy. I don't know if you could hear that, but he sneezed almost directly into my microphone. Thank you, Jimmy. For the outlines, I just took one of my Micron pens, and I really love this very easy way to do some doodles. They are almost kind of 2D styled. I mean, there is not much perspective to them, but that makes them very easy to draw. Regarding my theme, I just wanted to do some stationary doodles. It's something that you can do at any month of the year. So if you already have set up your journal for the month of February, you can do this next month in March or whenever you choose to do so. And I am also doing a Dutch door spread. So now I will attempt to explain what a Dutch door is, and I think I will miserably fail, so bear with me. So a Dutch door spread is when you kinda cut a part of the page and then you have most of the time in the middle. So you have a double page spread, and when you cut off the page in the middle, you kinda have two whole pages on each side and this little flap in the middle, as you can see here. And this kind of gives you even more room and space to write on, but you can still see what you have written on both of the other pages as well. So yeah, I don't know if that was a great way to explain that, but it's really good for monthly spreads in my opinion, or if you want to include a special habit tracker into a weekly spread, for example. And I opted for a little events tab, and on the other side you will see in a second, I wanted to do a word a day spread that's similar to a line a day, but I will be traveling in February a lot, so I thought maybe do something a little bit smaller, and a word a day is manageable, I think. And on the other side I have some space for notes. Then February focus is supposed to be something like a gold spread, and then two boxes for just something else. I'm not really sure what I will do there at this point. You could also use one of the boxes for important family events such as birthdays, and I think it's just a really good way to organize the whole spread. But now let's move on to the last spread of the setup. That's my habit tracker. And I wanted to experiment and do something new. So most of the time I just rotate my bullet journal around 90 degrees, and you all know how my habit tracker looks most of the time, but I wanted to do something else and just keep the layout and the setup very, very simple in general, but do a lot of illustrations and doodles around it. So I also found some inspiration for that on Instagram, and I will link the profile down below. I'm not really sure from the top of my head which profile it was, but I always do this. I have a little Instagram saved folder for bullet journal inspiration and pictures. I can highly recommend to just organize your inspiration on Instagram with those little folders. It's so handy, and then you never really miss something, and you always can remember where you got your inspiration from. And I think it's really important to give credit as well. So what I kind of stole from that other artist was that she also did those little icons on the top of the page for the habits. And the challenge here is that you don't really have that much space for the icons. So they are really tiny, very small. And I think when you guys look at it, you will not be able to understand what I mean with all these little super small drawings. But I mean, in the end, the most important thing is that we know, I know, and that you know what you wanted to track there. So I have a little water glass for hydration, I have a little pill for my supplements, and yeah, stuff like that. I think I have a little heart for keeping in touch with my friends that live abroad. And yeah, I'm super excited because I think it looks really cute. And now let's see the overall setup. I think a border is always a great idea to finish off a cover page, and I think a favorite thing about the spread are those little doodles that kind of cover both pages. And yeah, it's like a really nice Easter egg or a surprise when you see that they are also on the other side of the spread, if that makes sense. And yeah, I will also let you know how this works for me, how I fill out those pages, and I'm still undecided what I want to use those two little boxes for, and I would love to know what your February focus is. So what are your main goals for the next month? Please let me know in the comments. And my habit tracker is also something very fun to look at. I cannot wait to use it. And yeah, let me know which habits you guys want to track in February. I would love to know. And that's it for my bullet journal setup February. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know in the comments below if you did. And I will see you guys very soon in another video. Bye bye!